Here we have a fictional enterprise knowledge vault in Box. At the top level, there's a vault guide, company knowledge, vendor intake materials, restricted knowledge, risk reports, and review workflows. So instead of every agent keeping its own separate memory, the approved context lives here in one shared place. And since we have it in Box, that context can stay permission aware, versioned, reviewable, and tied back to the source files. The knowledge is organized by domain: vendor risk, procurement, security review, and compliance. Each domain is exposed as a curated hub the agent can use for the workflow. Behind the scenes, Box AI uses secure RAG in experiences like Box Hubs, checking permissions, chunking content, retrieving relevant context, and grounding answers back in the source files. Now, for this workflow, the agent can use the vendor risk, procurement, security, and compliance hubs, while the legal restricted hub is reserved only for the reviewer. Now, let's apply that to a real workflow. The team's evaluating a fictional software vendor called Nimbus Analytics. And here are the vendor-specific materials. The agent will combine these files with the relevant hubs for vendor risk, procurement, security, and compliance. Now, with everything in place, let's run the review. Nina is a procurement manager for this workflow. She's using Claude connected to Box through Box MCP. And this same MCP connection can do more than just read from the vault. Teams can also use it to create new hubs or add new content as the knowledge layer grows. For this review, she asked the agent to draft a vendor risk report for Nimbus Analytics using the Knowledge Vault. The prompt tells the agent to identify the relevant hubs, use the Nimbus intake folder, and also check whether legal, DPA, pricing, or budget guidance is available. If that restricted guidance is not available to Nina, the agent should flag legal or finance review instead of guessing. As the agent works, it reads the vault guide, identifies the relevant hubs, and combines the accessible vendor risk, procurement, security review, and compliance guidance with the Nimbus intake folder. It also checks the restricted inputs. The content in the legal restricted hub is inaccessible, and no finance guidance is available in the accessible hubs. So instead of guessing, the agent flags legal and finance review. In the end, the draft recommends a provisional medium risk tier, lists key risks and missing evidence, saves the report back to Box, and routes the decision to human review instead of approving the vendor. Back in Box, the draft report is saved to the risk reports folder. The agent has completed the first pass, but the output is still a draft. And at the very bottom, it also includes a human review checkbox and clear escalation recommendations, so the right reviewer can pick up the workflow from here. Now, Leah, the legal reviewer, steps in. Unlike the procurement workflow, Leah can actually use a legal restricted hub. She reviews the restricted contract and DPA guidance, alongside the draft itself, marks a legal review step complete, and also has a short box comment with the outcome. That legal outcome can now move forward into an approved summary without exposing the restricted content itself. Finally, when human review is complete, the risk report moves into the approved folder. It becomes reusable organizational memory for future renewals, audits, procurement decisions, and vendor reviews. And that's the Enterprise Knowledge Vault in action. Agents reason across approved domain knowledge and case-specific files. Humans stay in the review loop, and Box provides a governed memory layer the enterprise can keep building on.